Hey champ, I got a gift for you. This is from Liberty National Golf Course. It's a tee. It's it's like the sport that I'm in now. I would like to share one with you. I don't want to find that on the ground somewhere, man. Like, that'd be disrespectful. Because you know you're disrespectful. You already disrespect me this morning.
How?
Because, dog, you said something in interviews. That's some disrespectful shit, man.
Oh, you heard it?
That's crazy, man. Why he gonna do me like that?
You didn't go listen.
When you told me that, I immediately go to the internet.
Yeah.
Because you know, like, we sensitive, right? We all sensitive.
We are sensitive.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I didn't look at it. You told me that. I appreciate you even saying that, though.
Of course.
Everybody's sensitive, though.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, everybody's sensitive. UFC 288 week. We're here in Newark. When you spoke to Henry last time on DC and RC, you were peeved, right? Before me and you, we waiting on FaceTime. Like, what's this dude doing? Taking long. Then when y'all got on the thing together, y'all were just going back and forth. One of our biggest rated shows because of that interview. How are you feeling now about Henry Cejudo? Or have you let those those feelings go as we get closer to the fight?
I don't really feel anything towards the guy. He's just a guy I'm going to face and a guy I'm looking forward to smashing.
It seemed like he was annoying you a little bit before.
You know what it is? He just says stuff. And sometimes I wonder if he just thinks he's saying like the right things or if he thinks it's cool or whatever, and it just comes off really weird. And I even told him, like, you did too much. You said just enough, and then he just kept going. I was like, if you had stopped right there, Henry, that would have been a perfect soundbite. But no, you just can't help yourself.
He just be talking.
Just be talking. He just likes to hear himself talk. I really do think so. He's one of those guys. I do think he has a Napoleon complex and a little bit of a syndrome, just thinking like he's the greatest thing to ever grace this earth.
All right, can I ask you one? So whenever we're talking, you said to me, you think he believes it? Because he'll say stuff like, Aljamain Denzel. Like, what is that? Yeah. What is that, bro? When he goes, hey, tell Aljamain Denzel Washington. What is it funny? It is kind of funny.
It's not funny. It's like, who is this goofball? Like, that's literally what it is. It's like, yo, dude, why are you like this? Why are you like this?
But he laughs at his own jokes too.
He did.
He says Aljamain, Lane, Jill. It just like adds all words. They just kind of all run together. It's kind of a funny. It's weird. Like, it's weird. I'm like, you don't believe this.
That's why I don't know what to make it a guy. I think he's a asocial kind of a character, just very awkward, and he's a tough competitor though. You know, I gotta respect his resume, but just interacting with him is just the weirdest thing. Like, I'm good on that.
You say you respect his resume. Do you think going into his house like that and seeing all that around you, do you think that played any part in the differences in the interactions from the first time to the second time? Because the second time you were like, I'm done. But the first time I almost felt like he was talking at you. And you were like very respectful to him at his house, right? Was that purposely because you were at his house? Or like, do you think it was all the Henry Cejudo around you? You're looking around like, dude, the hell is this? Like, why am I here? I don't know how I got you to do that either.
Well, I suggested it.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, it worked too. That didn't work.
I think he said no at first, but then we were able to convince him. I think Ali texted me and was like, Henry's going to do the interview. I was like, okay, perfect.
It makes sense.
Yeah, I was like, why not? I mean, you're back at your backyard. Mm-hmm. And then I invited him to my house when he was in Vegas.
The fight wasn't even scheduled.
No.
It was just like a thought.
Yeah.
And then when he came back, like, did you think when we left there and you look at the interview and how well it did, man, this might actually happen?
No. I thought he was still just joking around at this being Henry.
Do you think that's why you were more like letting him kind of talk at you? And because you did not accept that on that last interview we did together. But the first time you let him kind of like, he was talking like at you.
Yeah.
It was very weird to me.
I think he was trying to psych himself out a little bit, trying to build himself up in my head, or thinking he's playing like, I know he's big on like this psychology, mental warfare. I mean, I do the same thing, but I don't know what the goal is here. Are you trying to get me to doubt something? I'm like, dude, I've accomplished what I accomplished not by accident. I didn't get here overnight. Neither did he. So I think he was just more so talking, and I think the kid was sleeping, his child. So I didn't want to be too loud and have too much of a back and forth. It was just kind of like, okay, this is cool and all, but none of this matters until you're actually back in the testing pool.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Aljo, when you
I
look
should have
at
put that on my YouTube channel.
Bro, you should, huh? I owe you some money. I owe you a little cash off that one. That was a nice video. It's still making money.
Yeah,
it's still making money. And it'll make money this week because you guys are fighting. So, all right, guys. Today's video is brought to you by the Game Time app. Last minute tickets. There is no app better than Game Time. All you got to do, download the Game Time app. Put the promo code DCTV. We'll give you $20 off of your first purchase. So, Aljamain Sterling versus Henry Cejudo, you might be able to get them tickets at a discounted price. The NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, comedy shows, concerts. It don't matter where you are or where you live. Get out and have some fun. Use the Game Time app to do it. Promo code DCTV for $20 off of your first purchase. When you look at Henry Cejudo as a contender, you respect his accomplishments, but do you respect him in the octagon? And can he be the guy that he was before? Because I went to his house to interview him when Megan came to your house, and he almost was dismissive. It almost like he feels you don't have anything for him. Where's he getting that? Because I can't see it. And I tell him that. I'm like, bro, this dude is the man. He can do everything. And he just feels like there's nothing you have for him. What do you see when you look at him? Are you able to just kind of view him and break him down realistically? Because it doesn't seem like he's doing the same thing for you.
Yeah, I see him for what he is. I know the problems, the threats that he brings to the octagon. And I make sure I left no stones unturned. And that's the best you can do. If you want to overlook someone, I've done that before. I end up sleeping on the canvas, waking up coming to in a hospital, so coming to my senses. And I'll never do that again. And ever since then, where am I now? So I've learned from my mistakes, and apparently he hasn't learned from his with Mighty Mouse when he made him bend over in the fetal position like a little bitch. So I plan on doing the same thing to him again, this time up top though. I want to punch him in his face and put his lights out.
Aljo, you ever think about that, like that knockout? Because I think about when I got knocked out, it's the most trippy thing in the world, right? Because you don't remember, like, you ever get it back? From the octagon to the back or to the hospital? You ever get those moments back?
I still have not. The last thing I seen was the knee, and I came to my senses in the hospital room.
It's like a moment in time in your life that you can never recall.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, they showed a video, because Jon Jones came back and he knocked me out. They showed a video of me walking back to the octagon. From the octagon, I was like, when did that happen?
Yeah.
I was like, when did that happen?
I didn't even see mine, so I have no idea.
Bro, it's like, I was like, when did this happen? Being knocked out is the most trippy thing in the world. You're fighting Henry. You done beat Jan after the way you won the belt. Everybody was on you. And I think the way you handled that afterwards it's difficult. To be able to go through that, come back and beat him, I thought it was tremendous. You beat TJ Dillashaw, a guy that had the belt. You won the belt under those circumstances, beat Jan in the rematch. Henry Cejudo left with the belt. You win this fight. Is it time for us to stop talking about Aljamain Sterling today and start to speak about Aljamain Sterling in historical terms? Because I believe that why can't you be considered greatest bantamweight of all time right next to Dominic Cruz if you win this fight this weekend?
I don't see why not. That's for the fans to debate, though. I still look at Cruz as, I count his WC championship reign the same way Strikeforce was counted.
I hear you, but in the UFC, nobody's done it like Aljamain Sterling. Because guess what, Aljo? There's consistency.
Yeah.
And you've consistently won. You've won 8 in a row now. You've defended this belt 3 times. There's got to be something to consistency and activity. Because it's not like you don't fight.
Yeah. I mean, I can't control people and what they say. At the end of the day, people are going to speak, and they're going to, like, even for your career, people are going to say things no matter what. At the end of the day, we accomplish what we accomplish. We beat the guys they put in front of us, and that's all we can control. And I think people need to understand that. It's all about perspective. My record speaks for itself. My resume speaks for itself. This is going to be the 4th former champion that I'm going to fight, and I look forward to beating the 4th former champion on Saturday night.
And that's another reason I think that people should start to respect you in that regard, because of all those former champions you've beaten. Right after you won the belt and all the stuff, the disrespect almost propelled you. Yeah. Have you let go of that, or do you still try to take that, all the bad energy, and let it kind of guide you into being who you are?
I use it as fuel for training, but more so, it's just about my own self-worth. It's how you perceive yourself. Some strangers or people I'm never probably going to ever meet, maybe, their opinions shouldn't hold that much weight and dictate my life, shouldn't dictate my mood and things like that. It's not going to affect how I go out there and compete. It shouldn't.
Yeah.
I know some people it eats at them. It'll probably keep them up at night or probably affect the way that they go out there and perform. I'm different, man. I think we've seen over those 13 months when I had to recover from my neck surgery that my mental is bulletproof, man. So if Henry, anybody wants to try to say what they want to say, it's like water off of a dove's back.
Eric Albarracin.
Yeah. I know I heard his interview saying that he was saying something in his countdown video, something like make him piss blood or something like that. So, I remember stuff like that because it's fuel. And when I'm doing that to his boy, I hope he remembers his words, because this sport has consequences. Guys like that who talk shit and will never get in the octagon, will never go out there and spar and fight any one of us or anybody else in that regards, whatever. I think there's a special place for them. So I really can't wait to go out there and just shock the world again and shock them and remind them that you guys are human, dude. You guys bleed the same way we do, and I can't wait to touch this guy up on Saturday night.
I love the intensity. I honestly, man, I talk to you off air, text you randomly, because I do respect everything you've done. I think what you're building as a career and as a legacy has been second to none, man. And to watch it from when you're just a little kid to where you are today is amazing.
I made my debut UFC 170 when you fought Pat Cummins.
I fought Pat Cummins.
Yeah.
That was probably I was so happy it was him.
Yeah.
Because that was easy. I used to like those because all the other fights are hard. And that's the best part about becoming a champion, right? Because the challenges are always so great.
Yeah.
And for someone that's great, someone that's special, they look forward to these moments. And it seems like you look forward to these moments.
I look forward to standing across the octagon and looking Henry in the eyes and be like, you fucked up, bro. You fucked up big time. And at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, it's always respect. But I just want to finish up with this chapter, move on to the next challenge, and that's what this game is all about, trying to keep progressing forward and accomplishing and taking as many scalps as you can with you.
Yeah, you're the man, champ. Champ, thank you for joining me, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for checking in with me. Hey, you smell good, like new money. I mean, even this chain right here. This ain't the same necklace you used to rock.
It's a little different.
That championship money.
It's a little different.
My man. Good luck this weekend, champ.
Thank you, bro.
Guys, UFC 280 this weekend. Aljamain Sterling fights Henry Cejudo. Bantamweight championship of the world. Crazy, crazy fight. Like, subscribe, tell your friend to tell a friend that DC has a YouTube channel. Make sure you tap into UFC 288. Peace.